What is going on?
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
Hello.
welcome to Hearts Restored. This is the official podcast here at Restoration Church. And don't mind me as I read this, but it's a place where faith, healing, and hope comes alive. A space where healing, transformation, and new beginnings take place. And this is episode 1. Wow, we finally did it. We finally did it. This is definitely a work in progress, but we're here, y'all. We are here. How's everyone feeling tonight? Late night?
Feeling great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited that we're here tonight. I'm excited that we get to do something together as young believers and newcomers, new walkers into our faith walk right now. I'm excited that we get to talk and go off of each other where we are in life right now, what we've been learning here at Restoration, and we get to encourage like other people.
No, absolutely. I'm really encouraged just for the simple fact of being around community. I haven't been a part of the church for long, but just being around other believers, like you said, and just learning the word, applying the word, and just growing with the areas that I may be weak in. So I just appreciating this opportunity to be with you guys, and we're gonna get into it.
Yes,
And
we
what did you
appreciate
say?
you.
You said you feeling good. How are you feeling over there? Oh, this is my wife, by the way. This is Mrs.
Clock
So.
it.
All right. Well, yes, I'm Mrs. Holiday.
Ooh.
You can read on the sleeve. I'm doing good. I was talking with my friend the other day, and it kind of goes into like our theme for this year. She was just talking about how like she has a coworker who is new to Christianity, or not even that she's new to Christianity, but she's taking her walk with Christ seriously. And so she was just talking about how every time like she asks a coworker if they want to go out, she's like, oh, like, do you want to go to church? Like she's always directing it towards a specific space.
Yeah.
And so you guys were just talking about how it's good it's good to be around community, around like-minded individuals headed the same direction and same way. And I thought
Absolutely.
that was interesting because it's hard. We've been engrossed in, church and ministry for the last 4 months, since we got married in October and a little bit before then. And so for the last 4 to 5 months, we've been focused on how we can improve within this relationship with God, within the members of our community. And so when I spoke with my friend, even like her just having that conversation with me, realizing that, oh, wow. It's like when you step out from people who aren't like on the same path and on the same drive and on the same road as you are, it's like you get distracted. So it's like I understood why like her coworkers, like, she doesn't want to do anything outside of church, because it's easy to lose sight of God when you start to look around and like, oh, ooh, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. So, I mean, I am doing good because I'm here. So ultimately I'm doing good. I'm doing amazing. Counting it joy when I fall into these temptations. So
Absolutely. And just to touch on what you said slightly, I would just like to slightly just introduce like how we even got here, right? Not too much in detail, but just, how we got here. For us, at least, we came across Restoration Church about a year and a half ago. About a year ago.
No, a whole year.
About a year ago, and got introduced to the church. So we've been here now for 4 months. I'm sorry, timelines for me is not the best.
Yeah, about four and a half.
About 4.5. Yeah, about 4 months. And within that, there's been some great growth. We got baptized. We had a family day. I was a nominee for MVP.
You were robbed.
MVP Charles.
But
Mr.
that's another
Holiday.
episode, y'all. That's another episode.
Mr.
That's another
Holiday,
episode. That's another
MVP of
episode. Okay?
2024.
That's another episode. But anyways, walking forward to 2025, our pastor gave to us just a statement, essentially, and I'm going to attach that to the verse on what we're moving towards, which is, yes, Lord, extreme commitment.
Amen.
Right? And the verse, as I read, is Matthew 16, verse 24 through 26. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man's profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
That's deep.
So with that verse, we can really dissect it a little bit more. We'll continue as we dive deeper throughout this year. For you guys, what does it look like what does it mean to fully surrender to God? And what has that looked like on you guys' journey?
Oh, okay, I'm in the hot seat first. To me, I would honestly say fully submitting to God to me looks like a Job experience. So
That's
in
good.
Job showed his commitment to God through his unwavering faith, even in the face of intense suffering. And I feel like as new Christians, from my experience that I've been going through, sometimes it's easy to like waver once obstacles happen that you didn't expect, or that you just assumed God was just going to take this away just because I'm saved now. So it's just going to leave. Like a few, with me, it was more so drugs. So to me, it's like, oh, just because I'm saved now, God's just going to take that away. Like that's just going to magically disappear as if God is like this magician. And understanding God for who he is and not for the things that I just wanted him to do. And with Job was a fully committed servant unto God. And he still went through trials and tribulations. And during none of that did he turn his back or go against or curse God. So to me, that's what full commitment looks like, through everything, to just keep striving forward and to still thank God through the trials that you're going through.
Ooh, you touched on a lot of good things there. For me, it's been really trying, especially from my past on where I was at in the world, doing things that we can get into a little bit later. But after I said yes, it seemed like everything started going even everything just started coming at me left and right and left. But just understanding that through prayer, through just reading the Bible, through getting around community, as I said earlier, it's an experience that changes your mindset.
Right.
Changes your mindset. It confronts the things that you probably didn't confront before you said yes. So it's an uncomfortable experience, but it's an experience that I enjoy because I'm growing through it. I'm growing through it. I'm getting around people and building relationships that have stronger faith than I do. So it's to wrap it up. It's an experience I'm grateful to be walking towards day in and day out for me.
I have a question. So with like the people who's watching, would you recommend them getting in community? Because you brought that up a couple times. So do you feel like that's something that has been strengthening you along your walk, or do you feel like that can be a hindrance, and why?
Oh, community is extremely important. Just for the simple fact that the 5 people that you hang around, you probably going to become the 6th. So if you're around a community that's not promoting growth, if you're not around a community that's not actively just growing their mindset, skill set, whatever it may be, then you're going to be that person that does the same thing. So essentially, just with me growing my faith, sometimes I can be like an introvert and I don't really want to be around. At least I used to be like that. But I'm learning that being around a community, like the fire keeps burning. Like I grow stronger. I grow stronger. Every time I show up, days where I may not feel like I want to show up, I show up. So community is something that if you can find one, which they're out there, is something that you should definitely do for sure.
But we gotta get that on the shirt. The fire keeps burning. Don't take that. Design mine is going to make that happen on the shirt. So don't take that. The fire keeps burning. We need that.
Right. On the patch too.
Yeah.
And then like a whole
come on now.
A whole spark in the back.
Listen.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about you? What does it look like for you to
Oh.
overcome that?
What you both like said, I feel like is valid and it applies in my life. I definitely feel like it's like just the theme verse, you know, to deny yourself, take up your cross. And so what I'm understanding on my journey is that like your cross may look like several different things, or it may be something you thought was your cross, but it's not really your cross. It's just as First Lady talked about in a sermon, it's just an affliction. Like it's just, you know, light work, but it's not like the true thing that you need to, that you truly struggle with. So oof, just that surrender is tough because like the word surrender itself, like the first thing that comes to mind is like to give up. I think about, and I forget his real name, but I think about the one whose name was changed to Israel. Does that make sense? Jacob, yeah. And you know how it means like to war with God.
Just start from not me, but from you saying Jacob, like you came up with it.
I got you. I got your back up.
But I think about Jacob, and I think about how like his name was changed to Israel, and you know the meaning being like to war with God, and just thinking about that rebellion, like you know how God is knocking, you know He's wanting us to let Him in, and instead of letting Him in, like we know who's at the door, but instead of just like opening the door like a sane person, we like start fires in the house. We do all of these things to eventually run to the door and open it, not because someone is knocking, but because the circumstances we've created for ourselves is terrible. So surrendering to God, like literally giving, first off, before we start the fire, you know, whatever may be going on in the house, whatever may be going on in the room, you know, whether we're struggling with voices, whatever we're struggling with, just opening the door and giving it to Him. Willfully versus having to like just do it just because of the circumstance and because you know we're going through so much and now I need relief, but to willingly go and give it to God before anything else happens. And so like my surrender now, like it's a war. Like it's understanding that I have a desire in my heart, my spirit, you know, the part of Jesus that is in me has that desire to go to Him, but it's like I'm warring with Him still, because even if I'm not blatantly sinning, like I still have those thoughts. Like I'm still like, oh, like, well, you could just do this, but it's like I already know that's not fulfilling. So it's like,
that's your flesh talk.
Yeah,
because your flesh wants to do it. Your flesh is going to want to do it because it feels great to your flesh, and things that you experienced before, like those similar feelings, they come back. But just your prayer life, getting in your word, reading your scripture, understanding what denying yourself truly means, and not just denying fleshly things, denying spiritual things. Like, you know, we've had these conversations before. So denying those spiritual things as well, the things that people can't see, like the unseen things, the things that we don't speak about out loud, the things that we might be ashamed to speak about out loud. Denying those is because when you moved, I said, "Oh, my bad." So no, denying the things that are seen and the things that are unseen, the things that are comfortable to speak about and the things that are uncomfortable to speak about. Truly denying that and dying to yourself.
That's the thing, and that's what I'm battling with, is like denying myself, because what does that truly mean in the sense of like people who's watching right now, they have goals, they have dreams. I have goals, I have dreams. So what does it truly look like to deny yourself and go after Him?
That's a deep question, but we're gonna have to save that for next time. They're gonna have to come back to watch episode number 2.
Oh, episode number 2 is on the way. We're gonna be doing this podcast, Hearts Restored, 2 weeks, every 2 week, 2 times in the month, bi-weekly. So stay tuned for that. But this is a quick episode that, again, as I'm wait, I'm gonna go back to how I introed it, which was Hearts Restored. the official podcast at Restoration Church. Okay, a place where faith, healing, and hope comes alive, and hopefully, something came alive today.
Hopefully, we're restoring you, your family, to the community.
We're here for you.
And we're out. We're out.